confident? Welcome to the video that's going to change the way you think about procrastination. We all know that feeling of putting things off until the last minute. But do you know just how detrimental it can be to our lives? In this video, we're going to dive deep into the world of procrastination and explore ways to overcome it. Enthusiastic? But before we get started, let me tell you, this is not your average video. We're going to break down the psychology behind procrastination, explore the different types of procrastinators, and provide practical tips on how to beat it. So if you're ready to take control of your life and stop procrastinating once and for all, then stick around because this video is for you. Charismatic. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, I'll just watch this video later, but trust me, you won't want to miss out on the valuable insights we're about to share. We're going to take a conversational approach to this topic, so you can feel like you're having a chat with a friend who just happens to be an expert on procrastination. Witty. So sit back, relax, and grab a cup of coffee, or tea, or whatever you prefer, and get ready to have some fun while learning about the enemy we all love to hate. Don't worry, we won't judge you if you're watching this video while procrastinating on something else. We've all been there. Knowledgeable. But let's get down to business. Procrastination is the act of delaying or postponing tasks, often until the last minute. It can have a serious impact on our lives, causing stress, anxiety, and even ruining relationships or job opportunities. Empathetic. But we understand that it's not always easy to overcome procrastination. That's why we've created this video to help you understand what's causing your procrastination and provide practical solutions to help you overcome it. Humorous. We'll be sharing some real-life examples of procrastination and some humorous observations along the way. So get ready to laugh, learn, and take action. Authentic. We want to make sure that you get the most out of this video, so we'll be covering a range of topics, including the benefits of procrastination, the different types of procrastinators, and how to create a productive environment. Clear and concise. So make sure to stick around until the end, where we'll share some actionable steps you can take to beat procrastination once and for all. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on our latest videos. Let's get started. Now that we've discussed the science behind procrastination, let's dive into the reasons why we do it. First, there's the fear of failure. We often put things off because we're afraid of not doing them perfectly or not meeting our own expectations. It's natural to want to avoid failure, but it can also hold us back from achieving our goals. But fear of failure isn't the only reason we procrastinate. Sometimes we just lack motivation. We don't feel like doing the task at hand, so we put it off until later. This can be especially true when the task isn't something we enjoy or find fulfilling. And of course, distractions play a big role in procrastination too. In today's digital age, there are countless distractions at our fingertips. Social media, email, and other forms of communication can easily take our attention away from the task at hand. But why do we let ourselves get distracted so easily? Well, sometimes it's just easier to do something that feels good in the moment rather than something that requires effort and discipline. It's important to recognize these patterns in ourselves and find ways to avoid them. So how do we overcome procrastination? We'll get into that in our next segment. But for now, remember that procrastination is a common struggle that many of us face. By understanding the reasons why we procrastinate, we can start to take steps towards overcoming it. And if you're still feeling stuck, just remember that you're not alone. We've all been there. In fact, let me tell you a story about a time when I procrastinated on something important. All right, let's dive right into how to overcome procrastination. We all have those moments where we put off tasks until the last minute, but breaking them down into smaller steps can make them feel less overwhelming. Trust me, it works. Setting deadlines for ourselves can be a powerful motivator. Just like in school when we had a due date for a paper, we can do the same for our personal projects. It gives us a sense of accountability and a concrete goal to work towards. Now, when those negative thoughts and feelings start creeping in, it's important to combat them with positive self-talk. It may sound cheesy, but telling ourselves that we can do it and that we're capable can make a huge difference in our productivity levels. But let's get to the good stuff. Practical tips and strategies. First and foremost, eliminate distractions. Put away your phone, close unnecessary tabs on your computer, and find a quiet space to focus. Another helpful tactic is to tackle the most difficult or daunting task first. Once that's out of the way, everything else will feel like a breeze. And if you're really struggling, try the Pomodoro technique. Work for 25 minutes, then take a short break. Rinse and repeat. And hey, don't forget to laugh at yourself a little. We're all human and we all procrastinate sometimes. So take a deep breath, break it down, and get it done. You got this. Now that we've talked about the negative effects of procrastination, let's dive into the underlying emotional and psychological reasons why we do it. As human beings, we all have a natural tendency to avoid discomfort and seek out pleasure. Procrastination is often a way to avoid the discomfort associated with a task, whether it's anxiety about doing it wrong, fear of failure, or simply feeling overwhelmed by the size of the task. Anxiety is a common emotional factor that leads to procrastination. When we feel anxious about a task, we tend to put it off because we don't want to face our fears. This can lead to a vicious cycle of avoidance and increased anxiety. Perfectionism is another psychological factor that contributes to procrastination. When we set impossibly high standards for ourselves, we may avoid starting a task because we fear that we won't be able to meet those standards. This can lead to a sense of paralysis and procrastination. Low self-esteem can also be a contributing factor to procrastination. When we don't feel confident in our abilities or feel like we're not good enough, we may avoid tasks that challenge us or make us feel vulnerable. Understanding these underlying emotional and psychological factors can help us break the cycle of procrastination. By identifying the root cause of our procrastination, we can develop strategies to overcome it and start taking action towards our goals. So, next time you find yourself procrastinating, take a moment to reflect on why you're doing it. Is it anxiety, perfectionism, or low self-esteem? Once you understand the root cause, you can start taking steps to overcome it and achieve your goals. Alright, let's dive into some solutions for overcoming procrastination. We've talked about the reasons why we procrastinate and how it can hold us back. But now it's time to take action and implement some strategies into our everyday lives. First off, let's recap some of the main points we've covered so far. We discussed the importance of identifying the root cause of our procrastination and how it's often linked to fear, perfectionism, and overwhelm. We also looked at the negative consequences of procrastination on our mental health, productivity, and relationships. Now, let's talk about some additional tips and strategies for overcoming procrastination. One effective way is to set priorities and break down big tasks into smaller, more manageable ones. This helps us avoid feeling overwhelmed and gives us a sense of accomplishment as we complete each task. Another strategy is to create a supportive environment. This means surrounding ourselves with people who encourage and motivate us, and minimizing distractions like social media and TV. But perhaps the most important aspect of overcoming procrastination is self-awareness and self-compassion. We need to be aware of our own tendencies and patterns of procrastination and not beat ourselves up for it. Instead, we should practice self-compassion and forgiveness, and focus on progress rather than perfection. So there you have it, some solutions for overcoming procrastination. Remember, it's not about being perfect or never procrastinating again. It's about taking small steps towards our goals and being kind to ourselves along the way. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next segment. Wow, we covered a lot of ground in this video. We talked about some key strategies and tips for achieving success in your personal and professional life. Remember, it's all about taking action and making small changes that can lead to big results. So if you're feeling inspired, why not give some of these ideas a try? You never know what kind of impact they might have on your life. And if you're hungry for more inspiring content, be sure to check out some of our other videos on related topics. We've got plenty of great ideas and strategies to help you achieve your goals and live your best life. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.